I usually use Descript. Have you heard of that? It's an app.
No.
It's really cool.
Well, check it out.
Yeah, I have a membership for it, so it's awesome. You just literally upload everything, and it'll make like edits for you, cuts, or like, and it puts the subtitles and does all that shit for you.
AI is actually an amazing technology, Mike. If you haven't heard
Descript
of it
is
before.
fucking dope. Have you ever heard of AI?
No, yeah. You should look it up. It's actually pretty beneficial.
Wait, hold on. Can I
Get the candle.
can I have the finger? Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I moved it so I didn't knock it over.
Duh.
Can you see it there?
You know what you should turn off on the cameras is the autofocus. I noticed on this one when you walked in front of it.
Oh, it focused on his back.
I mean, it's fine because nobody really moves around, but like if you're somewhat stationary, you don't need it on.
Okay.
You idiot.
Like, maybe it's yeah.
You stupid.
Stupid me. Okay. So now that I just got insulted,
How much do you back squat?
Mike just had to fix all of our cables for us, and actually we might have some clean, crisp audio for the first time ever.
Hallelujah.
What? Yeah. None of it recorded.
Well, the bar's a little higher, than before.
Okay, so
So,
we wanted to kick off with questions. So we asked Instagram any questions that people might have, and we got quite a bit. I don't know how we're gonna go about this.
first off, welcome back to the Bull Training Podcast.
First and
It's
foremost,
been a little while.
it has been.
Welcome to the Bull Training Podcast. Podcast. 99.3.
Why is somebody calling me? Anyways, and I have this iPad here, like if it's the iPad I'm looking at, but it's really just a kickstand for my phone. Because I didn't have the phone didn't connect to the iPad, so I was like, fuck it, whatever, it's just gonna stay.
Technology.
I think I'm gonna do like each question. We could just go into each question, and
Bring
then
it
I'll
up.
just make pieces of content off each question, and then we'll have like one running on podcast situation deal.
Fuck sure, eh?
Situationship.
Heck yeah.
Cool, perfect. All right, don't start.
I can't. I'm sorry. I gotta bang on something.
Don't start.
They'll pick it up really well.
I know.
Dude,
I know.
you don't even understand.
Yeah.
Half the time that we would do any podcast, I would be like,
Yeah.
I'm the fidgeter, bro.
and
Look at me. I'm already starting to click over here, bro.
stop, stop.
Yeah. We might have to upgrade the sound equipment pretty
Dude.
quickly.
For the fidgeter.
I need a kill switch.
Dude, you don't even understand. Between him and Alf would like smack. We used to have like the long arms.
Yeah.
Alf would be like smacking him, and I'm like, what are you doing? Wait till we get Alfie back in here. Alfie is now officially bald and beautiful.
And mad at us.
And he got a little bit salty right when he walked in here. He was like,
Oh, you guys doing?
you guys are doing that thing that I like to do? I was like, listen, this is really random. So
He walked away with his head hanging, and
Yeah.
that song came on.
He's like, I guess I'll go lift.
Arms up.
I guess I'll go lift next door. Sorry, Alfie, we love you. This was just very random. Okay.
Alfie, next one's our ears.
Yeah, next one. Question 1. What do you eat in a typical day?
Bro, I have it scripted out if you want it like
Go.
that. Breakfast is always the same protein shake. So in a shaker bottle, it's 50 grams of protein. Now I'm cutting down, so it's less oats. So it's 50 grams of oats and then 100 grams of frozen berries and just straight water. Shake it up. Wait 5 minutes for the berries to unfreeze, I guess, and for the oats to soften up. And then I kind of just drink it through the shaker bottle.
Oh, that's that science project that you left in the fridge?
I got 2 of them actually, and one in each fridge. Alf reminded me last week. I was like, shit, that's right. I put it in there. I forgot to drink it, but yeah. Once it separates, it looks like a science project. It looks like like a lava lamp.
I
Actually.
opened the fridge the other day and I was like,
thing
what
is, it's
is
in the
that?
fridge though, so
what is that?
This is good. It's still good. For lunch, it's usually a post workout, so it'll be some sort of like a sandwich with guys.
Uh-oh.
Sandwiches, they need more than 2 slices of turkey or ham
Oh,
or
dude.
whatever. 2 slices is less than what babies eat.
Yeah.
Please put 5 or more slices of whatever meat on your sandwiches, or else it does not count as a sandwich. It's a grilled cheese.
I almost
I'm
used that
sorry.
whole pack of Applegate.
That's what I'm
when
saying.
You actually count the macro in it. Like, you have to have like 8 slices of turkey.
You need at least 4 to 5 ounces of whatever protein is on the menu for whoever you are. If you're bigger, you need more, but 4 to 5 ounces. But yeah, so a sandwich with a yogurt and granola just to kind of refuel after any kind of workout. And then later on, it's just one meat and then some sort of either rice or potatoes or something heavy on the carb side. So it's either chicken thighs and potatoes or some sort of ground beef and potatoes, and then I'll just mix in those 4 or
Combos.
5 kind of combos through 2 more meals.
And this is if you're training.
If I'm training, yeah.
Because-
Well, I still eat 4 times a day, but I'll eat a lot less. So like right now, I'm trying to cut down in weight, so it's a lot less potatoes. There's a lot more broccoli,
Less carb.
like squash, like things that I can fill up on, but aren't too heavy on the carbs. So like potatoes, I can eat a little bit of potatoes and not be too satiated for the amount of macros that I need, or I could eat a lot of broccoli.
Gotcha.
And so I can kind of be satiated, but that's a whole nother freaking conversation there.
That
But
is.
yeah, it's simple. My stuff is simple, and usually when I cook, it's salt, pepper, oil in the air fryer, or salt, pepper, oil on the pan. It's nothing. Bro, when Steph makes your recipe sometimes,
It's
it's,
too much.
just like
It's too
14
complicated.
ingredients that you're going to use for that one meal.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, dude, I need something I'm
It's
going
not
to use
sustainable
every
for-
day, and it's just easy to go. If on Friday I'm feeling good and I want to make something special, then all right, that one-time meal. But like if it's a Wednesday and I'm meal prepping, I'm not making like cream, cheese, tomato,
Do you
pasta.
prep, like for proteins or?
Mostly proteins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because veggies, like in our house, we don't eat things that are like 2 or more days old, as
Yeah.
like as prissy as that sounds. So we just cook a little
Yeah, I
bit
don't
more.
like. I think it's disgusting when you have like veggies sitting in a
Dude,
container.
Yeah, like broccoli's got to be kind of on the spot,
Yeah,
or
air fried?
or the next meal. Yeah, 10 minutes, 400 air fry. That's it.
Crisp.
Salt, pepper, done, crisp.
Crunchy.
But that's pretty much my diet. And then on the weekends, I've been getting into the habit, and very much recently, I've been looking up how to go about cheating on my diet a little bit more healthy, because before I'd be so proud to say that I ate so many cookies today or whatever, and everyone's like, oh my god, so many cookies. But it's like eventually it catches up to you. You could
Yeah.
run however many miles that you need to run to burn off the cookies,
And
but it's
outrun
just
your mouth.
you're either going to feel really shitty or something's gonna happen, So I've been trying to leave the one cheat meal, which we go to Havana Ice. I don't know if you ever
Brother.
y'all know about that.
First of all, that place gives me an anxiety attack.
Why the paint?
Everything in there.
I know.
There's shit everywhere.
But their ice cream is fire.
It's all right. Dude,
What do you mean?
honestly, I was so overstimulated.
I know.
With everything in there. I just talked to Mike about it. I was like,
We
dude,
walked
I
in-
cannot walk
We
in
walked
there.
in last time. There's just a random Yoda.
Dude, there's Yoda. There's like a Ninja Turtle. Like, it was just too much.
So, but that's my cheat. Like me and Steph go. We get a cone with an ice cream, and that's like the one time of the week that we try to like go sugar.
Yeah.
But sugar is the freaking enemy, man.
It is.
Yeah, I like. Man, when I was 23, I could eat 2 stalks of broccoli and like I'll shed weight. I'm 32 now, and it's just not like that no more. And it's crazy how that one slip up on a Wednesday
Yeah.
will derail your whole week.
I think
Unless
what's weird for me is like if I eat a cheeseburger, I'm like 5 pounds heavier the next day. But if I eat clean for a week, you can immediately notice.
Yeah.
Like my bloat goes away, and oh, you look leaner. What have you been doing? I'm like, bro, it's just food.
it's crazy,
It's
but
just
it's
food.
that one cheat in the middle that messes up all that progress. It's like 7 days of work, 1 day of cheat are
Yeah.
equal, but like in opposite ways.
Yeah.
So accumulate more consistent. I guess What is the one that the phrase that Alf used to use? I'm stubbornly consistent.
Alfie.
What is it like? He's stubbornly consistent.
Can you
and
please stop banging on everything?
the fidgeter does it again.
Dude, everything.
How we introduced Mike, by the way?
He's getting a mic.
Okay.
Mike is
okay.
getting a mic.
Guys, there's a shadowy figure.
1.1.
There's
Yeah,
a
version 1.1.
We're in a beta right now.
Mike
There's a shadowy
is getting
figure.
a mic.
So that's my diet. That's my eating. What does yours look like?
I've been eating like an asshole lately, so
Yeah, bro. But you have like ribeye on a Tuesday. That's big mama shit right
mean-
there. God damn, dog.
listen, everybody eats good in my house, so it's kind of like it's difficult because like my kids aren't like kids menu kids,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like they're not. They're like ribeye and shrimp, please, and you're like if we go out to eat, and you're like
Not the nuggets.
you guys want to share the plate? But it's the same thing at my house. Like yesterday, it's the same concept. I was like, hey guys, what do you want for dinner? I was like, I had pre-made chicken. What's today? Tuesday? On Sunday. I was like, I'm going to make you guys some chicken quesadillas. And they were like, nah, can we have steak? And I was like, we don't got that today, you know? But like, they're spoiled that way. But that's, my house is, since we pretty much do carnivore all the time, and then add like sides for the kids or like ourselves. We always pre-do our proteins on Sunday, or at least for the first 3 days, because I'm the same way. Like, by the third day, I'm like, ew, I don't want that disgusting thing I've been eating for 3 days. And then we'll do, like, a fancy steak or something, or some scallops.
I've been learning how to eat like a little bit fancier like cuts of meat and like
juice?
better chicken. Au juice.
Au
Oh,
juice.
man.
I took him to Hillstone once, and he got, what did you get?
I don't even know, something au juice. It was like a meat au juice with like a sandwich.
He
or
had
something.
what's that steak sandwich?
It's a Philly.
Yeah,
It's
he
not
had
a, it's not a Philly
French
cheese.
dip.
It's not a Philly
He had a
cheesesteak.
French dip. Yeah, Jamie, look that up for us. He had a French dip with the au jus, like the sauce,
Yo,
and he was
there's
like,
an S at the end of that
"Can
word.
I have
dog.
the au juice?"
Au juice.
It was awesome.
It's French.
It's French.
Hey, I'm
Let me get that au
American.
juice.
Au jus.
Au jus.
I'm American.
I'm American. So, anyways,
I speak Spanish though.
no, have you heard this guy speak Spanish? It's fire. But anyways,
Well, nowadays.
in my house, or at least for me, like what my day typically looks like is I always skip breakfast. I don't know, I just don't have time for that shit. And if I do, it's gonna be a shake, because getting humans out of the house off rip is chaos in the morning. And then those of you that don't know, I do work for an IT company as well. So I'm either there or I'm at the gym, and like I just don't have time. And then by the time it's lunchtime, it's full-blown panic. Like, I'm starving and I'm freaking out. So actually, we got a little flat top at the office.
Damn.
So we've been killing it on the flat top. And then I'm having one of the guys cook for us every Wednesday or Thursday, which one day of the week. So we have to serve each other. And it's usually, obviously, a protein and a side.
I love this guy.
Yeah, dude, it's awesome. So
All of a sudden-
that's been phenomenal.
All of a sudden, the boys at the IT company, they're all at the gym. They're all eating steak
it's a firehouse.
and shit.
It's a firehouse. It's been really cool because I mean, I know this conversation went from food to something else, but like you learn how to serve someone, which is like huge for like team building. Like, I have to cook for you and serve you, and then we clean. So whoever cooks, the rest clean,
Hey.
and like we serve each other, and it's great. It builds like. Plus, if you suck at cooking, you're gonna learn how to cook. Mike made what did you make the other day? Shrimp Alfredo. Dude, fire.
That's
and then
cool.
we did he did ribeye and zucchini, also gas.
Hell yeah, brother.
That was us. We had a lunch date. Shh. Don't tell
The
boys.
scraps.
We gave them the scraps, the little fat ends, the fat caps.
Here you go, you peasants.
No, they're not. Maybe Carlos will.
Clip.
But
Hey, Jamie, clip.
Instagram moment a second ago, and we went right to the delete that moment.
Jamie, clip that, please.
Jamie, cut that off. But I usually do 2 big meals, and then a protein shake, because like I don't like being full at night. And
No, continue.
one thing I like doing now is like, since I do eat a huge meal, like 2 big meals, is I've been walking immediately after I eat, and then I'll have like a protein shake for my dessert. Since like usually when I eat like a bunch of meat, it's salt, so it's meat and salt, and then I need like that little. So I've been doing coconut water, and dude, you know the Transparent Labs protein?
Okay.
They made a peanut butter chocolate
Oh
one.
my god. Coconut peanut butter chocolate?
Brother, fire.
Coconut and peanut butter already together.
Ew, fire.
Nah, bro.
No,
I just
coconut
did-
water, not milk.
Yeah, but
Ew,
so
it's-
with peanut
it's just
butter
sweet.
flavor and shit?
Bro, just trust me.
No,
I'm
I just
really
didn't do.
trying.
I don't do peanut butter.
Oh,
No.
oh, you don't like peanut
But,
butter? We don't trust
yeah,
you anymore.
No, we don't.
What?
Do you do any other nut butter?
Cashew.
That's what she said. But
John always does this. Always.
I always jump the fence, bro. But then I hop back real quick.
Carry on.
So since you mentioned that you skip breakfast, I just wanted to know if you have a certain amount of calories, not that you count in a day, but that you know that you're floating around.
Not really.
Not really.
The only thing I really do try to be conscious about is my protein, and the level of fitness, which I will adjust the carbs.
So if I were like a beginner and
Yeah.
maybe I'm listening to this, I'd ask you, how do I know that I'm eating enough or too little or
So-
too much?
I have actually measured out previously, so I know what it's supposed to look like. If you don't know what your macro count for protein is supposed to look like, I highly suggest measuring what it's supposed to look like, so you have an idea. Once you have an idea, then okay, you can kind of ballpark it. I don't have time to have a science project in my house. I don't have time to sit there and weigh things and all that stuff. I just don't. And like that turns me off, and it's not sustainable for me in my life.
But you've done it before.
But I have done it before, so I
And you
do
have
understand.
the knowledge. You have the intuition for it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like if I have a ribeye, I'm like, dude, I did a lot of fat, so I'll have like chicken breast later on. You know what I mean? Because I need to cut the fat.
Yeah.
So I understand those things, and until you understand those things, I always tell people, measure, and understand that you're eating.
I just wanted to
way
make
more
sure
fat. Yeah.
that people understand that are listening to this that skipping breakfast isn't just like a hey, skip my breakfast.
No.
Is that you skip your breakfast, but in the time window that you have to eat, you're probably eating a little bit more than somebody who would have eaten breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Unless you're cutting or whatever it is, that's a whole nother conversation. But you're still eating enough.
Yeah.
It's just you just don't have time here, so you've adapted into 2 bigger meals instead of 14 small meals through the day. Because
Correct.
people ask me like, "Hey, how many meals am I supposed to be
No.
eating?" It's like there's no real amount. Like it's just you have to make it fit in your diet in your day. So
Correct.
it's like you said before. If you've never done it before, don't just go skipping breakfast if you don't know what the rest of the day is going to look like. If it's just random for the rest of the day.
And typically, when I do that, I don't eat enough protein.
Do-do.
Idiot. And typically, when I do that, I know I'm not hitting enough protein. That's why I have like a dessert shake after.
But the dessert shake is like massive amount of protein.
It's
Yeah.
I need like 30 grams of protein,
Yeah.
at least 30 grams to meet what I was supposed to.
Yeah, to make sure that
Yeah.
people understand. You
Yeah.
have a creamy at home. You make ice cream with like a crap ton of protein in it. So it's not like, hey, my dessert of the night. No. It's not that Ben and
It's
Jerry's has
protein. I'm not
13
eating
grams
cookies.
of. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm not eating cookies for dessert. I'm eating protein.
Exactly.
You know, like, but because I know that when I do the 2 meals, I didn't meet my macro count.
What's
for
your
protein.
go-to creamy recipe then? And guys, Creamy is the ice cream maker that she has at home. But what's the go-to creamy recipe? Ooh.
I like a cinnamon toast crunch one. Yeah, I have that cinnamon protein, that rise,
Okay.
and I'll do coconut milk unsweetened.
Okay. That's like the base of it, I guess.
Yeah, the base of it, because if not, everything's watery. If
Yeah.
not, it's like a sherbet almost.
Gotcha.
So I'll just do that with the protein.
Hold on.
What?
Y'all make fun of me for all juice. Isn't it sorbet?
Is both. Mike.
It's not.
We
Yo,
both
Jamie.
look at Mike.
Yo, Jamie, look it up.
Mike.
Sherbet or sorbet?
Uh-oh.
So keep going. So, coconut milk.
Yeah, so I do coconut milk, the protein, blend that up, and then so there's an option to mix in the creamy. Oh, you have one.
Yeah.
I bought you one.
for
Duh.
the people at home.
Oh yeah, I'm like. Anyways, I'll do a mix-in of an organic cinnamon toast crunch cereal that you
Whoa.
get at Sprouts. You can only find it at Sprouts.
Yo.
You know I'm an organic dork, so I'll put that in so you get that little crunch, and it's a massive amount of protein,
That's
and
cool.
it feels like a cheat, but it's not. You know,
Massive amount of
you're
protein.
getting a massive amount of protein.
It's in the protein.
What is it?
Okay, so a sherbet is, they're similar, but a sorbet lacks dairy.
Sorbet, big dog.
Sorbet dog.
Ow juice.
Out
Sherbet.
Sherbet.
Let's go.
Whatever. I'm still gonna mix it up. But
All right.
anyways, yeah. So like for me, I'm like a 2 meal.
Okay.
Like this morning, I coached. Obviously, we work here, so the mornings just tend to be a little bit different.
No crazy.
I had coconut water and protein at 7 o'clock.
You just catch Alfie at like 6:55. He has
Inhaling
five
yogurt or something.
or a sandwich. He's in the back like a gremlin, just like got 3 minutes, dog. Yeah, man, coach's life is crazy. Because the thing is, you don't want people to like see you eating either.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. So
It's like it's like an
delicate.
unprofessional thing. Like when I walk
It's
out
delicate.
and people are like, "What are you eating?" and I just open my mouth and show them a mouthful of gummies. I'm like, just getting a little carbs in there so I can last for this class. Thanks.
Hey, Mike knows about the gummies.
Yo, the
That's their
gummies.
lifesaver.
Literally.
That's their lifesaver.
Gummies. We do keep a full bag of what? How do you pronounce that? Haribo?
Haribo.
What? Haribo? Haribo gummies.
Yo, we're all about the vocabulary words
Dude,
today.
I know. Today I'm
Yes,
like, I'm extra cautious. Like, how do I pronounce this?
I look at my camera and I go, they bring out the whole bag for me.
Yo, yes, yes, dude. Gummies. When you see people's lips go white, you're like,
Bro, first thing is the gummies.
Here, have a gummy.
Yep.
All right, so yeah.
Next question.
Next question. Ooh. I'm gonna preface everything that we're saying with don't get offended if it feels like we're talking to you, because we're not.
Oh, shoot.
But we might be.
Oh, shoot. Oh, shish
It
kebab.
says,
Yes, we are.
oh, maybe. What makes someone coachable versus uncoachable?
Ooh. Man, sometimes people just have an intimidating look to them, and you have to break through that. I'm a shyer coach. It took me a long time to become confident in my coaching. So sometimes even just like a certain look a person has, maybe like just a resting bitch face, like you don't really have like that option, like it's just your
Yeah.
face, and
Unapproachable.
that'll even intimidate me to like I'll try, but it scares me in a way, you know. So I have to break through that personally.
Yeah, you have. John has actually asked me, "Is this person okay?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I don't know. Do they like me? Have they said anything about me? I'm
Sometimes
like,
it's not them, it's me.
Yeah, you're just afraid.
Yeah, but someone who's coachable, I mean, my wife, for example, like when I go to explain something to her and she's in class, I've had to ask her because you're not supposed to really coach your spouse. It's like almost impossible,
it's
right? And I've had to
impossible.
ask her at home, like, hey, just pretend like you're looking at me when I'm explaining things. And it's involuntary. It's not something
Yeah.
that she's like annoyed about, you know, it's just how she reacts to cues and things from me. So I'm like, hey, just like look at me when I'm explaining things to you, just so people can see that
You're looking at
you're
me.
looking at me. So first is whenever I walk up to somebody and I'm saying something, if someone's kind of like turning away as I'm talking, it makes me want to talk to them less in a way, you know, even though I know the information I'm giving them is useful information. So I'll make it short and sweet and I'll walk away, right? There's other people who will get like a whole 3 to 5 minute explanation just because they're kind of like, they're facing and they're like, okay, give it to me, dude, you know?
Yeah.
So even just like the body language, sometimes it really matters. And some people aren't conscious about it. And I know that for sure, right? Because I've had people thank me after, like, thanks for the cue. Like, that was really good coaching. But sometimes body language really matters, either if it's intentional or not. But that'll kind of spell out, like before I talk to them, it'll
Yeah.
spell out how, like, coachable they are just in my own mind. You know, how like, I'll approach the conversation. But other than that, man, I mean, like, just being kind, being nice, like, just a good personality and the relationship, that's a whole nother, like,
a big deal
that's a
there.
whole nother talk. I mean,
Yeah.
I've said a few, like, well, what do you think?
I think that being receptive to criticism
Ooh.
is like a big deal, because some people, like, they get not even offended, but like they feel embarrassed, and I'm like, it's not to embarrass you, it's to correct an issue that like you're doing, and I want you to do it better. And like some people shut down to that, so you kind of just have to meet people where they're at. And
Would
then
you say that's just like a little bit of ego on their side,
could
though,
be.
or
It could be, you know, like at the end of the day, we're all adults. So I'm going to tell you a couple times. And if you just wipe your ass with what I'm saying, I'm like, cool. You know, like,
do what you got to do?
do what you got to do. And I'm doing my job. You can't tell me that I'm not doing my job. So, like, some people are very receptive. They're like, no, fix me. Tell me everything. And, like, they'll even approach you and say those things. And some people, they're just unapproachable. And, like, they just want to come in, do their thing. And I respect that, too, you know, because sometimes I come in here and I'm not in the mood. You know,
True.
like, you talk to me and I'm like, don't talk to me. I'm just going through the
True,
motions.
true. Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even really here today. I'm just trying to keep my habit. So, I mean, I just try to meet people where they're at. And some people are more receptive to coaching and some people are just not. So I just, okay, cool.
And I would say, don't be shy to ask your coach why.
What do you mean by why?
Like, if I give you a cue or, you know,
Oh, understanding why.
understanding what I'm
Yeah.
saying, right? If you're just taking the cue and you follow it and it's good, okay. But if you want, like, if you've been doing, maybe you've been doing something for a long time. Like, for example, there's a member. This isn't even bad. I'll shout her out. It's Marlene. So Marlene has cranky knees. Sometimes she has good knees. Sometimes she has bad knees,
Yep.
right? And she came up to me the other day. It's like, oh man, I saw a video of myself. I don't really squat below parallel. And I'm like, man, try this out. We spent a whole 2 intervals of squat cycles of going through this thing of wider squats and wide knees versus hips should bend. And all of a sudden she does a squat. She looks at me, she goes, that's so much better. But why does this feel better? And I'm like, because you're using more of your hips and a lot less of your knees. You're turning into your backside instead of your front side, yada, yada. But that why, all of a sudden, the mind blown was explained.
Yeah.
Right? And now she squats like that, and it's a beautiful squat, and she understands why. And sometimes, okay, take the cue, but, man, understand what you're doing. Understand why you're doing it. It's
Yeah.
like eating. Like, understand what you're eating.
I'm the same
Yeah.
way. I'm a Y person. That's why I don't understand algebra.
Yeah.
Because the rule is, this is the rule. And I'm like, but why? And they're like, that's just because that's what it is. And
Oh,
I'm like,
just wait till you
I'm
get
out.
to physics.
I'm out.
You're supposed to find why.
Nope. College dropout. Thanks. I'm all right. I'm good. Opened up a gym for a reason. Negative. I'm good. All right. This one is, in 3 words, describe the culture of your busy classes. We could just go ahead and agree that 5 a.m. is the working class.
And then 8 p.m.
Is
is
a party.
the after hours class.
Yo, after hours.
Yeah.
5 a.m. is the working class, and we call it the working class because everyone at 5 a.m. like has to hurry up and get out and go to work and go do their thing. 6 a.m. is a close second to that as well, Michael, because he has to hurry up and get to work, right?
That's Jamie to you.
Right, Jamie?
But
9 a.m.
9 a.m.
Homestead Housewives.
homestead. Drop off the kids, come
Drop
to
off
class.
the kids,
You're totally
get
right.
to your workout.
Yo, it's the mommy and me class.
The mommy and me class.
My boy Finn and my
Yo,
girl
Finn.
River and
Killing it.
Callie.
Killing it.
Loving them in
Killing it.
class.
They're homeschooled though, so it's
Yeah,
different.
yeah. But so what was it in 3 words? Explain
Yeah, what like the culture of the busy classes.
the culture of the busy class. So 5 a.m.
Working class.
the working class, 8 p.m.
After party.
the after party. Thing is, like, just so you guys get an idea, like 5 a.m. you're out by like 5:55.
Yeah.
Like it's just like let's
Go.
go. Like, yeah, everybody loads
Yeah,
up their
go.
bar. But 8 p.m. you're out like.
No, they're ready to go to the bar
9:05. Yeah,
after.
yeah,
Yeah.
9:05. Like you're closing out the bay doors. You're like, can you scoot out?
You scoot out a little bit.
Like you could stay, but just scoot.
I just start mopping the floors, and they're like, but they help tremendously.
No, they're the best.
They're the best.
They're the most respectful. They never take it bad. They understand.
Dude, they
Sometimes.
clean everything. They put everything away like where it needs to go.
Yeah, and
Thank
they're
you,
like, yo,
Abe.
you got to get home to poopy. Let's go.
Yeah,
Like
let's go.
they'll tell me to get out. Yeah,
I think those are usually
pretty
like
much.
our-
Yeah.
our
The-
basic
oh well,
classes.
4 p.m. is the Inferno class.
Yo, it is lava in
Yo,
this joint.
It
Lava.
is
This
a
place is
lot
an
of
oven.
4
at
p.m.
4 o'clock.
Dude, it was Asia and Nada, the Jovan, the loyal 4 p.m.ers,
Loyal 4 p.m.ers.
the Inferno Guardians.
Yo,
Let's go.
seriously. Question number 4. We're not answering this. Who's your favorite member?
That's me, of course.
Oh,
Jamie.
duh. Michael.
Jamie. I mean, look, there are some old time members which you just have a relationship with, and I'm not
Dude,
saying
yeah,
any of these
known
are my
these people for
favorite,
years.
but I'm just saying that I've people that I've known for like, bro, since I was 25, like 10 years ago.
Yeah, but there's new people that I feel that way about too.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
look, shout out some legacy members here: Deb,
Yeah.
Jamie,
Grace? Evan?
Griselda, bro,
All those
Joe.
people.
But I feel like I should make a wanted site for Joe. Like, have you seen Joe?
Well, he's in Arkansas.
I know, Arkansas.
Tell him Arkansas.
Yeah, I know.
Let's piss him off.
Yeah, Joe. Man, I've known Joe since the old location, a long time ago. Yeah, so just some old time people that we have relationships with, not best or worst or anything,
No,
but
there's no
just
favorite.
people. Yeah, just people that are like, yo, oye primo, oye
Don,
primo,
like-
tia. Yeah.
These
Oh,
people have
the
been here
Smiths.
forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hot take. Hot topic.
This
This has been something that's driving me insane lately.
soundboard.
This time.
Gotcha.
Ready?
That's version 1.3.
Yes.
Oh, here we go.
What's the difference between scaled RX and RX plus?
I read the quote the other day saying that whether you scale or RX plus, you're still scaling the workout. So if you RX plus, you click scaled.
Yeah.
You want to go more? That's fine. You're scaling up, right? But just to give you, I guess, an overview on RX
Standards.
and scaled standards, right? So, and just explain, I guess, where it comes from,
Yeah.
CrossFit, right? And I'm guessing it originated with CrossFit.
Sure.
And
Creating the standard.
yeah, creating a standard of either weight or height on a box or style of gymnastics movement that you have to do, whether it's like a strict or kipping movement. But it'll give you a guideline to compare, basically to first compare to other people, because CrossFit is very much about the competitiveness of it all, right? So some of it, not all of it. But okay. I mean, you can't hide no more, bro.
But I wasn't.
No, yeah. So basically, it's the standard. So you can basically compare it to yourself for next time and compare it to other people,
Yes.
right? And it'll get.
Reason being, let me just clarify, if I wanted to compete with John at John's fitness level, and I made a workout specifically that we both had to hit those standards, now I can compare my fitness level with John's fitness level. So let me explain what this question is too.
Thank you, ChatGPT.
The question is, what is scaled in RX? Because on everyone's gym's app, you have a little button that you can press scaled and RX, right? You have people who press the scaled button or press the RX button when they do not complete the workout as it is designed. So explaining what those standards are. So if the workout is written 21-15-9, pull up and box jump. If you do a banded pull up, you did not do the workout as prescribed, you scaled it. If you did the workout as prescribed and you hit the little RX button, now you did it RX, and now you can competitively or just measure your fitness versus another person. But you had to have gotten your chin over the bar and done the box jump at the height of whatever was prescribed. So even if you did box jumps, but it was on a 12-inch box and not the 24, not the 20, whatever was written in the workout, it is technically scaled. So what ends up happening, and it's interesting too, because I understand it, because when I hit scaled or RX and I really want to compete with someone, I'm like, what'd they do?
Yeah.
You know? And then I know for a fact that they didn't do it as prescribed, but they still hit that little button. You're like, you didn't really do it right. You know? You liar. You know, you sit on a throne of lies. But what ends up happening is, like, people from the gym, they start getting all butthurt and like, ugh. At the end of the day, I don't really care. I came to work out on a Tuesday. Whatever you pressed doesn't change my mood for the day. You know, like, I don't really care. I know what I did, and that's all that matters. But you like, people, they go a little above and beyond and make passive aggressive comments, and like, listen, we can have that banter amongst ourselves, you know, but like, I'm not trying to turn someone off to working out, or I'm not trying to be like, well, you didn't really do it like that, to like embarrass someone. Like, I think those things are ugly and unnecessary.
Yeah, if you agree to the set of rules that it takes to click RX and you agree to the banter, okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, for sure.
But if you click RX and you're not part of the banter,
Oh, and hold on, and let me explain something to you. At least on our app, it defaults you to RX. So if you just so happen to type in a workout and just like, all right, cool, next, and carry on, you might have clicked it by accident. I've done that multiple times, and then I also go in there and troll.
yeah.
I'll put 1,000 reps sometimes.
And yeah, it doesn't define
Got
you
'em.
at the end of the
It
day,
doesn't.
whether you're doing RX or not RX. It really doesn't define you,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, you're coming in
Yeah.
to just sweat it out.
You really want to compete with someone, go sign up for a competition and go do that when you're going to have a judge who's really going to, you know, implement those standards and judge you according to those standards, and then we can see where we fall, and cool.
Yeah. So it's a basic guideline.
Yeah.
It's nothing that's set in stone. You don't have to do any of the numbers that's there. It's also weight, right? Because we said like box jumps and gymnastics, but also like weight on a bar or weight on a kettlebell. It doesn't really define you at all. Who cares? Because at the end of the day, you come into the gym, you leave. What is that RX worth to you when you walk outside those doors? It's absolutely nothing. You're not getting paid for it. It's just literally almost a waste of your time to
Yeah.
think about it outside of the gym.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, fitness is a part of my life. It does not define me, you know, so.
Now, something I think we should definitely talk about in that same kind of subject is measuring your own fitness with your own standards. Meaning, if you do a workout with 10 pounds and you finished it in 10 minutes, when you see that workout again, try to either increase your weight slightly and try to hit the same amount of time, or try to hit the same weight and beat your time. Because I think it's proven that your health is also dependent on your fitness. The fitter you are, the healthier you are, right?
Measurable.
So it's measurable.
Dude, we're gonna have a whole conversation about this for another podcast, because, like, perfect example, today I'm only looking at Michael because this is one of Michael's good friends. He's one of my good friends too, is Carlos. Carlos today jumped for the first time.
Carlito!
Which now changes all the standards that he's used to.
Heck yeah.
So he's jumping as opposed to doing step-ups.
There you go.
Which is awesome. That's progress.
Whole nother stimulus,
That's progress.
bro.
That's a whole nother stimulus. So, like, you versus you.
You versus you.
And I like to utilize the notes on the app, because those notes, like, I put how I was feeling, or I did this because I felt like this today, or whatever. Just so if it is a benchmark workout, you can always go back and see exactly what you felt, what you used, how, and why.
And just to finalize the whole idea, to give you guys an analogy, when you're trying to lose body fat, how do you record your progress? By losing body fat, right? That's data. That's a number. How do you track your fitness? It's by these times and reps and like amount of repetitions and weights and all that. So that's why we're always chanting to people to record their weights and record their times. I really don't care what your time is. I really don't care what your weight is. I just care to give you a target for next time.
Yep.
So if it's 30 clean and jerks and you happen to do the 30 today in 5 minutes, I want to see in 3 months from now that you did it in 5 minutes, so I can push you at 4:30 with 2 clean and jerks left to go. And I'm like, dude, let's go. You're right there.
Yep.
So I can understand it too. So I can be a part of it, you know? So, but if we don't know those numbers, first off, how do we know that we're getting better at fitness? And second, how do we know what target to hit for next time?
You don't, Jonathan.
You freaking don't. Heard that, Jamie?
All right, next.
Yo, I rolls to all the questions today.
Would you rather do an insane number, which is like 857.11 billion burpees, or go vegan?
Burpees.
I'd rather die. How about
Cut my left big toe off.
How about I would rather die?
Not the right one. Jamie, chill out over there, bro. Don't be looking at me. Nah, but burpees all day.
Yeah,
I need meat.
Yeah, negative.
Giggity.
Cool. Question. This one for another day. How did you start Bolt?
Woo!
Well, a long, long time ago. No, that's going to be a question for another day. That's too long.
Let me just summarize it. Life changing.
Life. All right. Next question. What's more important, working out or nutrition?
Bro.
50-50 split.
50-50.
Yeah, 50-50 split. We're not going to hold weight on one more than the other, but I can tell you you're not going to outwork your mouth. I can tell you that.
Yeah, and it's one and the other.
Yeah,
like,
they're both married together.
Eat really, really good, don't fitness, you deteriorate. Fitness a lot and not eat enough or eating too much, both ways you deteriorate.
Yeah.
Balance.
Yeah, there has to be a balance.
Be stubbornly consistent.
But I can tell you, even for like new members or like people that first join the gym, it would just happen to someone. She's like, I'm gaining weight. I'm like, yeah, because you're gaining muscle that you've never had. So
the newbie gains.
The freshman 15 always kind of happens, minus the 15. 15 would be a little excessive.
Whoa.
But usually people gain some pounds right off rip because they're gaining muscle. And then what also happens is, since you're working out, you're hungry. And then they just start eating like savages. And then they do but I worked out today. And I'm like, whoa, that's not how that works out. So...
Hey, man, I've had someone gain 8 pounds. We got on, and dude, this person's almost crying with me. I'm like, relax, let's get an in-body scanner. Got an in-body scanner, gain muscle, lost fat.
Yeah.
They had just joined the gym.
Yeah.
It was like, 2 months into
it?
it?
Yeah, usually typically goes that way.
Yeah.
But one is not more important than the other.
Both.
Yes. Both. BOAF. Both. Both of them. All right. Why is No Bull actually trash?
Sheesh.
Because it's garbage. the end.
They talk a big game for very little that
their
they do.
shoe quality is
Yeah.
trash,
Very trash.
falls apart.
Oh, the Noble couple
Who?
in the gym.
There's a Noble couple?
They wear.
Oh, yeah.
all
They're sponsored.
Nobles.
No. No, they're not. I'm going to turn them into Rads. So,
Yeah, we've already converted a couple people.
yeah,
Lori.
we'll convert them.
Lori.
Lori, yes. Stop.
No, she already stopped.
Thank God.
Yeah.
All right. Do you miss me? This is Ronnie.
1-1.
Ron,
1-1.
of course we miss you.
Come back,
Come
buddy.
back, dude.
Baby, come back.
You bum. All right.
Love you, buddy.
What's the strategy behind your programming? We'll get Alfie out here for that.
Alfie.
Yeah. Alfie needs to answer that question.
We need an hour just with
yeah,
the camera
that
straight on Alfie's face.
We'll go hard for an hour there.
Alpha's gonna do like a State of the Union type of
Bro. So-
yeah. Oh,
The hips.
yep. The hips. The hips.
The hips.
Sheesh.
Excuse me. All right. Woof. That's- Thanks, Jamie. What is the biggest mental hurdle you've had to overcome with training?
For me, I go through seasons, I guess, and I find myself trying to figure it out when I'm not signed up for something, and having the hardest time figuring it out when I'm not signed up for something. That's just a way that I motivate myself.
Explain what signed up for something means.
I like to compete and like to challenge myself in things that would challenge me, right? So things like, for years, CrossFit competitions. I'm doing a marathon in February. Any kind of Spartan race or High Rocks. I've done High Rocks in the beginning of this year. So for these things, you need to like pay and sign up for. You have a date set and
Pressure.
a little bit of pressure, right? And something to prepare for, like a purpose for your training. And I asked Alf this the other day. I'm like, man, like when you're not competing, how do you find motivation? And it blew my mind because he's like, man, like 99% of the people in the world don't have a competition coming up next. They never do that. So that's the question. Like, how do you motivate yourself into wanting to do it, right? And I think it's kind of how we talk to members, right? Like, find your priority, find your goal, but find the why of that goal. Yeah, you want to lose weight, but there's a deeper...
I'm trying to live forever.
Yeah, there's a deeper understanding to it. Like, a lot of times I'll hear, I want to keep up with my kids, right? That's a big one. It's like, yeah, man, your kid's 3. When he's 14, are you going to be able to run around with him and throw a baseball with him, whatever it is? So... I forgot the question completely.
Mental hurdle.
Mental hurdle. So, yeah. So, it's finding... For me, I always sign up for something. I have a why I'm training. I have a what I'm training for. So, it directs kind of the cone of focus of my training. But I feel like for a lot of people, you have to find your why. Mm-hmm. If you're not going to compete or sign up for something, find out why you're doing it.
Yeah.
Like in the most purest form of that question, like it has to be in like an emotional connection to it almost. Yeah. But what do you think?
Mine, for a couple of things. Ow, my thighs are stuck.
The leather.
First, just touching on the why is my quality of life as I progress in age. So that's another conversation. But my biggest mental hurdle is working through pain and injuries. Yeah. Because instinctively you want to do nothing through a pain and injury when that's polar opposite of what you should do. So like when people are like, oh, my knee hurts, I can't come to the gym, I'm like, negative. That's like polar opposite of what should be happening. And for me, it's always my left knee or whatever, right knee, who knows, my back.
All 3 of her knees.
Yeah, my life hurts, my eyelashes are in pain. And when I don't work out, that gets worse. And then when I start working out, miraculously, like a week into that, I'm like, oh, yeah, my knee pain's gone. So I think that people instinctively want to stop when on polar opposite is they should continue. Just remember, anything that we can do can be, scaled down or modified to whatever you can do. But that's always been a big hurdle for me. I'm like, oh, I can't. My knee hurts today. I can't. But that's mine.
Yeah, man. We had Grace for, what was it, 6 to 8 weeks with a boot coming in on squat day.
Yep.
It works.
Do something else.
We don't squat with the boot on.
No, yeah. Wait, hold
Just make it clear.
on. We just fixed her squat.
Grace.
We actually just put plates on the other foot, so it would be the same level.
It was a single leg squat,
And then she
actually.
squatted.
It was a kickstand squat, so that foot was kind of down.
Hey, but she could row. Remember, we had her like rowing.
Yep, with the
yeah,
foot outside the rower.
Foot out the rower.
Hey, man,
Yeah.
any injury, anything.
Yeah, working through injuries is still, again, like I think people break their habits. So, like starting the habit of fitness is the most difficult part. Like making sure that you come to the gym your 3 to 5 days out of the week, and when you do get hit with an injury, you're like, oh, I'm gonna stop or I'm gonna do something else. I'm like, no, you're messing up your habit, you know, and like that's the hardest part of working out. That's my mental hurdle. Next question. How do you prevent injuries in high-intensity training? Slow down.
Scale your weights down.
Slow down.
Don't be stupid with your weights.
Slow down.
Weights, bro.
Don't be an idiot.
It's too heavy.
It's too heavy, bro. So I was popping bubble.
Just want you to know, that's not on camera because the camera would switch, and then you would
Oh. So look, slow down.
You gotta be quicker than that.
Slow down.
You
Slow
gotta
down.
be quicker than that.
Had to be quicker than that. I tend to be the coach that pops bubbles.
And I'm the coach that recreates the bubble. Makes you feel really good about it.
Yeah, so recently we did a workout that I was just like very, very firm on what it was. It was a back squat, but you had to clean it, put it on your back, squat, bring it over with control and bring it down. And people were like, well, can I just do it? I'm like, no. Because if that bar is too heavy and you can't control it, it's too heavy for you. And they were like, but I could squat it. I'm like, I don't care if you can squat it or not. Like, if you cannot transition, it's just too heavy for you. And like, I'm sorry. Boop, pop your bubble. It's just, if you cannot control the weight, it's too heavy. You know, like people that ghost dumbbells and kettlebells because like they make it to that point, but they can't control it down. I'm like, it's too heavy. You need to have control throughout the beginning of the lift to the end of the lift. And if you cannot control it, it's too heavy. And the same thing with speed. Like if you're going too fast, so you get sloppy and you're going to get hurt, you know? So slow down.
And I think that a lot of times I'll get somebody, and this scenario has happened so many times. Oh, man, my shoulder hurts. I don't know. I'm like, hey, dude, let's change up maybe this bench press for a floor press. Let's get your range of motion cut down a little bit. And I'm just going to try it out. Stop trying it out.
Yeah. Like,
If it hurts, don't do it.
live to see another day.
That's what I'm saying. Just save the shoulder. Get off of the shoulder for that day, and then we'll come back to it. And sometimes just changing the direction of a lift, sometimes shortening up the range of motion of a lift, but stop trying stuff out if you want to keep stuff healthy. If it hurts, it's a signal to not do it or not go that low or not put that much weight on. Like, listen to those signals. Your body is smart, bro.
Yeah, pain is a little red flag in your body.
Mm-hmm.
But
Especially high intensity.
brother.
Come on now.
Next question. What is your favorite lift?
Snatch all day.
Yeah, I will agree. I'll agree just because it's a beautiful lift. It's the most complicated lift, but I mean it clean. Hello. Duh. A full squat clean just because it's your biggest ego booster, at least my biggest ego booster for me. Like, if I'm feeling down in the dumps and, like, I want to be like, yo, you still got this. You're still a boss. Go hit a heavy squat clean and put some respect on your name. You know, that, for me, that's a squat clean.
Man,
Or a clean, but I'm just saying squat clean for people to understand what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Catch it in the bottom.
I think the snatch for me, just because I was never the strongest athlete,
Yeah.
but I was super mobile, so I was really good at the snatch.
Yeah, John's
So,
nuts hit the ground.
so I think that we feel really good about these lists because we're really good about them, right? Like, and we probably do the most or like almost the most in the gym.
Yeah.
So we feel like a boss whenever we're doing it. And I don't know, it's something that a lot of people can't do that I can do because I'm like extra mobile, so I feel like I'm cool when I'm doing it.
No, you
And-
look fantastic.
Yeah, and everyone's like, "Whoa, John, your butt almost touched the ground.
I
You're
was
so
the
fast."
person on a weightlifting platform that people would watch snatch and go,
Ooh, yeah.
oh,
But the clean is like
Oh.
you're bomb at the clean.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah, it looked beautiful.
It's heavy.
Yeah.
It's heavy. It looks cool. It puts me in the
blowfish.
right blowfish face. Puts me in the right position. The weight and cool.
Oh, yeah.
But like you watch me do a snatch and you're like,
OBLD.
ow, did that hurt? It probably did.
Mike, show me your snatch.
Mike, let's see your snatch.
Let's see your snatch.
Thank you.
He said thank you.
No.
He Googles snatch.
What's
No.
snatch?
Don't Google snatch. Guys,
Not
don't Google
doing
it.
that.
Don't Google it.
Ba, 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 ba. What is your go-to post-workout meal?
Sammy. Little sandwich.
Dude, Sammy's are fire.
Sammy. Yeah, it's just
It's
easy to
easy.
eat after the workout. I
easy.
can't do like rice, potatoes, and meat after
I
a
can't do a
workout.
hot meal. It grosses me out.
Yeah.
I want something refreshing, cold, and delicious.
I used to do this like kind of crazy smoothie. It was a lot of egg whites.
Ew.
As like the base
No.
because I needed more protein. It tastes like nothing, guys. But also, if you drink egg whites, it's not as readily available as cooked egg whites or eggs in general. So for people who don't cook your eggs and maybe drink them, you're absorbing like 60 to 80% of the protein that's available from it. So eat your food and cook your food.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and the only reason why I stopped drinking the smoothies because I heard you or Mercy saying the other day, what is it? Don't blend your calories. So, but this was my go-to smoothie. It was banana, egg whites, yogurt, berries, and bro, huge cup of it. Blend it, and then like a billion grams of granola on top.
So the issue with what he's saying and like why I don't tell people to like drink your calories is because it goes through you like that and then you're starving after. So you could have drank 800 calories and then you're hungry immediately after. So then like intuitively you want to eat. So then you're going to eat another 800 calories and like holy shit, you've already like surpassed your caloric intake for the day.
And for those of us who
You're starving.
who have blood sugar problems, for you to drink your fruits or whatever it is, when you don't digest that fiber, it shoots up your blood sugar. So
Crazy.
yeah, just be careful with drinking smoothies and all that. Even if you go to Tutti Frutti and have one of their like smoothie juices, whatever it is, sometimes them
Dude, that's
things.
straight sugar.
Sometimes them things are straight sugar to your body, so careful. It can have a little kale in it, but you still got some other stuff. It's green. I know it's green, but
Yeah.
eat your fruits, eat your veggies. Don't drink them.
Don't drink them.
Yeah.
Eat your food and chew
Yeah.
slowly.
But mine was now it's a sandwich with a yogurt on the side and a little granola. But before it was that big ass smoothie. I used to blend a huge. It was a blender bombs. If you're trying to gain weight, blender bombs are the way to go. Cause you're just trying to, bro. You're bulking up with like 3,000 calories.
Yeah, dude, in a shake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not in one shake, but I'm saying that. Well, like those.
You can
those,
have a lot of calories in a shake.
You can, yeah.
You can have a lot. Especially those Ninja
Yeah.
Bullet, the big ones. Dude, no thanks.
With like the 2 levels of blades.
Yeah, I'm good. No thank you. I think we're going to call it here. We've been talking long enough.
Oof.
I'll get plenty of content from that. Thank you very much.
Contento.
Plus, me and Mike need to go to work.
Fwah, 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 fwah.
He's like, what? We're going to lunch?
I thought this was work.
This is weird. All right. We always finish with something that you're going to have to walk over here for. Thanks, Mike.
Just walk in front right there. I don't know if you're gonna be in
Yeah,
camera or
just
not,
walk.
but the whole thing's
Yeah.
gonna be in camera.
It is. Ready?
You gotta swim into it.
You got to swim.
3, 2, 1.
Whoa!
Welcome to the family, Mike.
Well, welcome to the swim thing.